Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So I'm back today with another movie haul, and this time we are looking at some recent pickups from Big Lots. So I know, like a lot of people who are, do movie hunting, that we received a coupon recently for Big Lots, and so that's what prompted me to get back into those stores. Plus, someone had mentioned that, I don't remember if it was on YouTube or on Twitter, somewhere somebody pointed out that there were some new movies at their local Big Lots. So, hey, you might want to check it out. So I ended up stopping at maybe 3 or 4 different Big Lots in the area, and I amassed a pretty decent pile of things here. I think I have about a dozen DVDs and then half a dozen Blu-rays, so 18 in total. And I have some really exciting things. Well, they're fun, at least. Fun for me. I don't know if you'll agree or not, but I am really thrilled with what I was able to find. And so I figured let's group them into one video and do a haul on them. So that's what we're doing today. If you guys do enjoy this video though, please give it a like down below. That engagement really does help me out, so thank you so much for that. But with that said, guys, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to my Big Lots movie haul. As usual, I'll start with the DVDs, and the first one up here was one where I only had like 2 in my hand that looked somewhat entertaining, and so I figured, you know what, just pick it up. It's on clearance for $2.50. Why not? This is Care Bears 2, A New Generation. So I actually was able to find the original Care Bears movie at, I want to say, the thrift store, maybe, I don't know, sometime in the last 6 months here. And so because I had that one, I wanted to grab this. Actually, to be honest, my daughter ended up picking this up, and so I figured, yeah, we'll add it to the collection. Why not? I have the original. I might as well have the sequel. Now, I know I'd seen the original way back when I was much, much younger, but I don't remember it. And I am 99% certain that I've never seen this one before. So yeah, I don't know. Excited to have it in the collection. I know if nothing else, my daughter will enjoy this. So yeah, very happy to add Care Bears 2, A New Generation to the family collection. Here's another one that is so random, and I'd never heard of it before, but I really love the cast on this. So we have Olivia Wilde, John Cho, and Matthew Lillard is in this. This is Bickford Schmeckler's Cool Ideas. So no idea what we're dealing with here in terms of this is going to be any good or not, but it was a $3 DVD, so I figured why not? And like all of these, I ended up spending like less than $3. It was like $2.15 or something each, so really good deal on these. But I mean, I love Olivia Wilde, who doesn't? And then Matthew Lillard, super underrated, like from Scream. Everybody loves Matthew Lillard. So yeah, just, I don't know, a very interesting cast. So I had to pick it up and see if it's any good or not. It looks like one of those, like, I don't know, like science-y experiment movies. Almost reminds me of something like Weird Science. I don't know if it's going to be that same thing, but that's the vibes I'm getting from it. So yeah, interested to check out Bickford Schmeckler's, worst name ever, but Cool Ideas. We'll see how this one is. On to a horror movie now. This is one that I'd always seen the cover for, and I've wanted to have it in my collection, but I never did. But this is Mask Maker. The tagline here is Meet Your Maker. So this is, it says on the back here, The Last House on the Left meets Silence of the Lambs. So sounds intriguing. I love both those movies. But Michael Berryman is in who is great. Treat Williams is in this. So yeah, this one looks pretty interesting. I believe this is a slasher film, and I think it might be pretty fun. We'll see. It's going to be one of those lower budget indie slasher films, but that's fine by me. I tend to enjoy those. The screenshots on the back don't look super like micro budget, at least, so that's always a good thing. But yeah, Mask Maker, really intrigued to see what this one's all about, because like I said, I've heard about this for years, or I guess I've known about it for years, but have just never seen it before. So Mask Maker is the first horror movie I grabbed. So the next 4 I'm really excited about because they're all part of the Tartan Asia Extreme line, which I've talked about in the past. They started getting some at Big Lots, I don't know, a few months ago. And whenever I see them, I pick them up if I don't already own them, because I love this line from Tartan. I remember vividly renting these when I used to have this, like, I forget what it was called, but it was some type of movie pass at Blockbuster. I would rent all of them whenever I possibly could. And so, yeah, I just have very fond memories of Tartan Asia Extreme line. So the first one here, I'm not going to know how to say. I'm going to say Acacia. I'm going to guess that's how you say it. But yeah, this is an underrated creeper of a ghost story, according to Scott Weinberg, who is a very well-known critic and, you know, on social media and everything. But yeah, so it looks like a ghost story, so a supernatural film from obviously going to be Asian horror, which I am all about. So yeah, this looks very interesting. I was trying to see if I could see what country it's from Korean it looks like. So yeah, so it's originally a Korean film. So yeah, very excited to check out Acacia from Tartan Asia Extreme. This next one, I just realized it's not Tartan Asia Extreme, it's just Tartan Video, but it's going to be a thriller, if not a horror movie, but it's called Bad Blood, and this one is actually a Portuguese film. And so on the back, it talks about being an intelligent suspense thriller, but I guess this family moves into this new village where there is just like a lot of weird stories that go around, and then weird things start happening. So yeah, it's going to be, if not exactly horror, it's definitely going to be thriller. So not Tartan Asia Extreme, but Tartan Video. Either way, still happy to have it in the collection. So yeah, we'll see if this one is as good as the cover makes it look out to be. So Bad Blood from Tartan Video. So making our way through Asia, this next one is actually a Japanese film. This one is The Booth, and it's referring to a radio booth, I guess. So our main character's booth is under construction, and so he has to move into, I think they said Studio 6? Yeah, Studio 6, which I guess is haunted, and so weird, creepy things start happening, which sounds awesome. Like, I am really intrigued to check this one out. I keep saying, I really love J-horror, or, Asian horror, and so excited to see what this one's all about. The Booth from Japan. And we're going to stop where we started back in South Korea. This is Cello. So I guess with this one, our main character here, her husband were in a car accident. Her husband died, and she is a cello player. Eventually, she starts having these nightmares, and they're going to, I'm guessing, kind of take over her life. So yeah, just another one that sounds very similar in style to these other ones. But yeah, excited to see what this one's all about. So Cello, back from South Korea again. And that one is the last from Tartan Asia Extreme. And so now I have some DVDs from Asylum that I am just so excited to talk about. So I was able to find 6 Asylum films that I didn't own between the various Big Lots I went to, and I was just so thrilled to find these. I know some people have been finding some of these on Blu-ray. I only found one on Blu-ray, but that's okay with me. Like, these are still good to have, even if they're just on DVD. The first one here is 500 Mile Per Hour Storm. So this is with Casper Van Dien and Michael Beach. So on the back, you know how Asylum always lists what movies they're like on the back. So this one says an apocalyptic roller coaster ride in the vein of 2012 and Twister. So yeah, all about it. I have seen a couple similar to this. Like, I think there was one that was like 500 degrees below zero. I know my wife and I watched that one, and unfortunately it was not good. So I don't have real high expectations for this one, but you guys know I love my Asylum. So I figured I would pick anything up that I didn't own, because I think I found these right in the in the heart of 13 Days of Halloween, where I was going through a bunch of Asylum films. So was very excited to find all these. So the first one is 500 Mile Per Hour Storm, which is supposed to be a mix of 2012 and Twister. And then we have one that I was really hoping to find at some point, because I saw a trailer for this while I was doing my 13 Days of Halloween, and it looks awesome. This is AE Apocalypse Earth. Of course, this is going to be the mockbuster for After Earth, the M. Night Shyamalan film. So on the back here it says it's Avatar meets Predator, and it looks awesome. From what I remember from the trailer, I think these group of scientists land on this other planet, and it's filled with this like hostile alien race. So yeah, very intrigued to see if I enjoyed this one or not. But yeah, love the trailer for it, so I'm really hoping I like the movie. AE Apocalypse Earth, the mockbuster for Will Smith's M. Night Shyamalan's After Earth. This one is awesome because it has a pro wrestler that I love in it. This is Almighty Thor. And on the back, it says this is an epic action spectacle in the tradition of 300 and Clash of the Titans, which you would probably expect given that it's Almighty Thor. But what's really cool about this is Patricia Velasquez is in this and Richard Grieco. But more importantly, Big Sexy himself, Big Daddy Cool, Kevin Nash is in this one. So yeah, very excited to see this. I've always heard about this one from Asylum, just never owned it. So happy to have Almighty Thor in the collection. This is the first one that doesn't have 2 movies that it compares itself to on the back, but it's pretty obvious what this is. This is Annalise, the Exorcist Tapes. Yes, the Exorcist Tapes. And so, of course, this is going to be like a found footage horror film. I watched, 2 or 3 of these during my 13 days of Halloween. To varying degrees of success, but I like what they do with these, so I'm happy to have this. And it's funny because I think it's IMDb actually lists like all of Asylum's found footage horror films in like as if they're one series, which in reality they're not connected at all, so I don't know why it does that. But either way, Annalise the Exorcist Tapes is one that I've known about and have wanted to see for a long time. So hopefully I don't have to wait till next year's 13 days of Halloween to watch this. But yeah, very intrigued to check out Annalise the Exorcist Tapes. And then the last Asylum DVD I grabbed, another one that I wanted thanks to some of the trailers on some of the other DVDs and Blu-rays that I had for that 13-day special. This is Battle of Los Angeles, of course, the mockbuster for Battle Los Angeles, as you might expect. In 1942, they found us. Now they're back. So I believe this is going to have something to do with Nazis, given that it's talking about 1942. But this one says it is an epic sci-fi action adventure in the tradition of Independence Day and War of the Worlds. So that's 2 now from this haul that have referenced Independence Day. But yeah, very excited for this one, as I am with all of these Asylum films. Like, I love this company and I love what they do. So yeah, very intrigued to check out Battle of Los Angeles. Moving over to the Blu-ray side of things, and unfortunately my last Asylum pickup for today, this one is Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies. So this one, of course, is the mockbuster for Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, which, if you haven't seen that movie, you should definitely check it out if you like action films, because it is super action-packed and it's just fun. Like, it is obviously a really stupid premise, but it works so well. They do such a good job with it. But anyway, Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies is going to be exactly what it sounds like. It is a Civil War era film with zombies in it, and Abe Lincoln is going to be taking the helm here. So this is one, honestly, I feel like I've seen this one, but I can't remember exactly, and I forgot to look it up before I started filming, so I don't remember it too much. If I did, it's one where when you start it, I might think to myself, oh yeah, I've seen this already. But either way, I'm very happy to have this in the collection. Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies, and that's the last Asylum film I was able to find. So let's talk about some of the other Blu-rays I picked up. I couldn't pass this next one up given the cast. Like, it's too good to pass up. This is Nicolas Cage and Ron Perlman in Season of the Witch. So on the back it says that it is a supernatural action adventure film set in the time of the Crusade. Like, that is just a ridiculous combination that I have to see for myself. So this is one that a lot of you probably have seen, and if you have, let me know what you think of it down below, because I need to know if this is a good Nick Cage movie or one of his lesser efforts. But it has Ron Perlman in it too, which is just crazy. So yeah, very intrigued to check out Season of the Witch. This is another one that I'm really surprised I haven't seen, because I love Sacha Baron Cohen, and this one, it looks really funny. It's The Dictator. So of course, if you know, if you've seen Borat or Bruno, you know what his shtick is, and if you like it, you'll probably like all of his movies. But if you don't, then you're not gonna like any of his movies, at least from what I've seen so far. Like I said, I've not seen this one. This one might be a little bit more scripted than his other ones, but I don't know. We'll see how this one is. It looks really fun. This is the banned and unrated version, so that's cool. Yeah, so we'll see how the Dictator is from Sacha Baron Cohen. This next one here actually went from $5 down to $3, so that was really cool. But this is Selma, the story of Martin Luther King and the march from Selma to Montgomery. So this just covers as a subject matter that is very important, one that I want to know more about, and I've heard excellent things about this movie. So very happy that I was able to find this one, because I've had it in my hand multiple times over the past year here, but I don't know, for whatever reason, $5 wasn't good enough, so I'm glad I held off, because I got to save $2 after all. But yeah, so very happy to have Selma from 2014 in the collection now. Next up is a thriller/horror movie from 2017. This is Shut In. And I remember when this one came out, my buddy sent me a trailer for it or whatever, and it looked really good, but it kind of disappeared off my radar after that. I never saw it in theaters, and I never ended up finding it on DVD or Blu-ray, so I never owned it, but I figured grab it now. It's a pretty good price, and it has Naomi Watts in it. What this is, it looks like a one-location film. They are locked in. I think a snowstorm hits, if I'm not mistaken. And I love movies like that. I love one location films. I love when characters are locked into one location or a situation. I really like those movies, especially when they have a horror/thriller tint to them. So I had to grab this one and see if I enjoy it or not. So yeah, Naomi Watts in Shut In from 2017. Really excited to see what this one's all about. This last one is one that I have seen before, and honestly, I didn't love it, but I liked it well enough to have in my collection. And it's one I've been thinking about recently, so I wanted to pick it up because I want to give it a second viewing. This is Sausage Party from 2016, I believe. And it has an amazing cast, and that's why I thought I would like it more than I actually did. But Seth Rogen, Danny McBride, James Franco, Michael Cera, like that cast, that group of actors. But this is like, it's a over-the-top comedy done with kind of like Toy Story, but for adults and with food as opposed to toys, I guess is the best way to describe it. But it's like super ridiculous and crazy at the start, and then it delves into this story that is, it's okay. I just didn't really care that much about it, frankly. But like I said, I liked it enough to give it a second chance, and so I figured I would pick it up because it was a good price at Big Lots, so why not? So not one I necessarily think you need to run out and buy if you haven't already seen it and love it, but if you haven't, maybe check it out streaming first if you are able to, and then if you like it, it's at Big Lots for cheap, so that's always cool. So the last one I ended up finding at Big Lots recently is Sausage Party from 2016. All right, guys, so there it is. Everything that I found recently at Big Lots, and it was just a really good haul, in my opinion. A bunch of Tartan Asia Extreme films, and then a bunch of Asylum movies, which you guys know is my jam. And so this was a really good couple of trips, or a few trips, whatever it was, to Big Lots. But let me know down in the comments below, guys, have you been to Big Lots recently? And if so, what have you found there? Anything good? Anything worth picking up? I know a lot of you will wait because a lot of the Big Lots items eventually end up at the Dollar Tree, but I don't know, given the prices and the coupons I had, it was worth grabbing these. I don't want to miss out on these Asylum films, especially for $3 a pop. Like, that's a really good deal. But let me know down below what you guys have been picking up, what you've seen out of this stack, so I know what to prioritize. If there's anything I can put toward the bottom of the list, let me know that as well. But as always, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please give this a like down below. That really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, manga, graphic novels. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.